Hello there, my Gemini friends. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald, and I am here today on YouTube to bring you your monthly August 2021 reading. As always, if you have not yet hit the subscribe, please don't hesitate to do so. Hit the button below so that you are notified of all of this amazing content as it becomes available. So as I tap into your energy here, Gemini, first and foremost, the phrase that comes through from Spirit is, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Okay, so I really feel like this is going to be a month for you to adapt to the changes that are happening around you. I think that things are going to be coming in quickly, rather quickly for you, and you are going to have to adjust as they happen. Okay, so that's really what I'm feeling with that. Now, I do feel like also you're going to have to be so open-minded to allow others to kind of show you the ropes a little bit, people that have already kind of walked that line, so to speak. And as you come into that energy, you will start to get that, I have to be led a little bit, and so allowing somebody to lead you a little bit before you can start to pick up that, like, oh, okay, I get it, and this is what I need to be doing, you will very much take your own lead after you just need like social cues, and then you're like, oh, I get it, and it'll snap right into place for you. And I think that toward like the third week in the month, you're going to be right in like a sweet spot. Okay, so here we go with the reading. We get for the 1st through the 7th, the first card that comes up, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, really good energy here. I definitely feel as though, this phrase comes in like, you are worthy, and this is something that you really should be sitting in that energy. This queen that sits on her throne and knows that everything is happening to her and for her, and through her, opportunities are going to be happening for her, okay? Everything's going to be just right, okay? And I feel like you're getting to a point where maybe you're putting yourself first now. I do feel like, there was a point in time maybe where you were kind of dabbling, so to speak, in other, energies that weren't great for you, where you were kind of putting yourself on the back burner, so to speak, where you were putting other people before you, and maybe even you didn't really feel like that aligned for you, and so it was a bit of, I want to say, pretending, right? Like you were still like putting yourself first, like, but only in the background, like in others in the limelight, in the spotlight, they wouldn't see that because it appears as though you're putting other people first all the time. But I feel like you're like really wanting to learn to play the game, or you're starting to learn to play the game, so to speak. And so you're taking those cues now from other people and stepping into maybe a true like leadership role, which is really, really great. And I feel like these things are going to be like fruitful endeavors now from here on out for you, right? Like I feel like you are feeling like, I ain't got time for that, okay? And moreover, you're maybe like deciding that these things are no longer worth your time, okay? And so, I think that there's this internal dialogue, this internal conflict that you've had to overcome, right? We get the 7 of Swords with the 5 of Swords showing up here for the middle of the first week, right? And this internal dialogue, it's really been one maybe where you've kind of embraced the struggle. I feel like you kind of accepted the struggle, and now you're kind of like shifting away from that. I feel like it's going to be like a shedding of the paradigm of struggle, right? Like you are like completely changing your perspective on something, and so that's going to start to fall away, and you're going to walk away from that struggle and no longer embrace anything that is going to bring any internal conflict to you or make you feel some type of way. And now you're going to move forward and only invest in things that bring you joy, only invest in things that bring you the outcome that you're looking for or hoping for, and maybe something that is going to happen quickly, right? Like I feel like you're kind of snapping your fingers like, I want this and I want this now. And so that's not a bad thing, right? Like I feel like it's like that, I ain't got time for that, right? And so I feel like coming into the 7th, end of, the end of the first week there, it's like, okay, I get this now. The damage is done. Anything that's happened in the past is from the past. It stays in the past, but I feel like it's kind of like damage, collateral damage. So it's like kind of cleaning up your vibration a little bit to get yourself to a place where you can be receiving these great things, be that Queen of Pentacles and receive those opportunities as they come in, right? And so it's about attending to that internal dialogue, right? And affirming that you deserve those things, affirming that you are worthy, and really, really replacing some of those thoughts. So being mindful of that. But also, I feel like in the past you've bent over backwards for someone, or many people maybe even, where you put other people maybe on a pedestal. And I feel like it's shifting now, where you're putting yourself on that pedestal, yourself on that throne, that beautiful throne. You're adorned very nicely, and you are saying, I am now the priority. And so, it's all over but the healing, and it's this huge shift in your perspective, and it's a great energy to be in, to really set the tone for the whole month. And I think that was something I talked about yesterday on the Self-Care Sunday read, is like this energy this first week is so important for setting the tone for how the month is going to go. And I think that it's a month of nurturing, and that's a really great energy for you guys for this first week. So good stuff. As we move into the 8th through the 14th, the cards that come up here, we have the Judgment card. Excuse me. I got all my cards mixed up. The Judgment card with the Six of Cups. Six of Cups has come out with a couple of other readings as well. And then the Tower card. The Tower card also came up for Taurus. I feel like even though you're creeping along a little bit, you are still making progress. And I think that this is really important for you to acknowledge that, okay? And detach from the outcome of it. I think that the Tower, for me, for you guys, is saying, that you're not really acknowledging just even the little bit of progress that you made. It's still progress, right? And so I feel like you're seeing the big picture, and it's overwhelming you, and so like your thoughts get carried away with yourself a little bit. And I think that that's where your thoughts are going to be the demise of you, right? That's that Tower card for me, for you guys. So I feel like you're going to see like the outcome of something be as like a personal attack to your character, when it could just be Spirit gently redirecting you, right? And so, I feel like it's important for you to detach from the outcome of whatever it is that you're getting yourself into, or whatever it is that you're hoping to manifest, right? And so, you build differently, Gemini. I really feel like for you, it's important, like brick and mortar type feel, right? Like for you, like your results have to be tangible for you to feel like you're having any progress with something. Like you literally have to build it brick by brick and lay the mortar and all that, right? And so like for you, like if you can't feel it, if you can't touch it, if you can't taste it or smell it or all those good things with your senses, I feel like for you that, you feel like you haven't made any progress with it. But again, you have to like look at it differently, right? Really understanding that everything is coming together for you. Everything is working out for your highest and best good. Everything is at a beautiful, sweet place for you, because your foundation is starting to be built. And I feel like it's maybe less than halfway there right now for you. Very, very beginning stages, of course. And so, I feel like this could be a complete redirection for you, where, yes, you get the Tower card, this Tower. What's really good about that is when things start to crumble, okay, great, you still have your foundation and it could be intact. I feel like for you, you are completely walking away from whatever you've built halfway where you're just gonna like, it's like you're pivoting. You're completely pivoting. You're moving your step. You're stepping forward into something different entirely. So I feel like it's crumbling for you. Like Spirit is showing you this isn't for you. This isn't the way. And then you're like, oh, okay. And I'm getting chills with this. This is great validation for you. Oh, okay. That's not it. You're right. And I'm just gonna make a little quick turn. And this is where I'm gonna head. And then you feel like so much more in alignment. Like, this is great. This is what is for me. And so things will start to happen a little bit more easily for you. Okay? So, you know, I do feel like this is a good shift for you, but it's a little bit of a redirection, even though you might see that things are kind of not working out as you had hoped or how you had planned it to work out. Okay? So, as we head into, you know, the 15th through the 21st, we get the 8 of Wands, and that came out with the Knight of Pentacles, okay? And then we have the Page of Wands that week as well, with the Page of Swords that week. Okay? So with this, the 15th through the 21st for you, Gemini, I really feel as though you're coming into this is your sweet spot, right? Where you are feeling confident. I get the word like swag, where you're like, you come in and you're confident and you're feeling on top of the world and you're surrounded by all these really cool things, right? And what I hear with that too is like that, what is it, like Snoop Dogg that sings it, it's like sipping on gin and juice, where you're like laid back, mind on your money and money on your mind, right? Like you are winning. I feel like you are in your winning week of this month, the 15th through the 21st, okay? So I really feel like you're coming into a place where even though you've been sent a little bit of a curveball, you still knocked it out of the park because you've been adapting, right? You've been shifting, you've been doing your work, and so you're in a little bit of a flow. And so this is where opportunities start to come to you a little bit. You might even hear from an old friend, and that is somebody that you've been waiting for, and hey, this might be an opportunity that was like worth the wait, something that you have been waiting for. And so I feel really good energy around that. As you move into the 22nd through the 31st, I get the 7 of Cups with the Queen of Wands, with the Justice card, with the 8 of Swords, and at the bottom of the deck and all of that was the Death card. So big change, right? So with this, I really feel as though even though some of the best laid plans don't always go as you had hoped, I feel as though someone has like laid out new options for you, whether that's Spirit or whether you came up with your own new plans and options. You know, there's a whole new world out there waiting for you, and this is what's happening, right? So either Spirit laid out options for you, you laid out options for yourself, someone presented them to you, you presented them to somebody else. I feel like there's a whole bunch of options being presented at this time. There's a whole new world of possibilities available to you that they weren't even possible before, and now they're possible, okay? And they're being presented to you at this time because it's divine timing. And so you feel as though you've gotten what you deserved, right? You feel you deserve this. You got what you deserved. The Queen of Wands with Justice came out together, okay? And so I feel like when I say that you got what you deserved, like this is a big picture. This is like generally speaking, Spirit is saying this is a bit of a loss. You won. You're winning. But they're bringing up like win, lose, or draw. Like it's either you won, you lost, or there's like a no win, or, you know, situation kind of presenting itself. Okay, so I feel like you're gonna do really well with one thing, and then like the other term of this like justice is going to bring in, it's not going to be exactly what you wanted, so there's a bit of a loss, right? And so I feel like that doesn't really matter though. I feel like come hell or high water, they're saying you're committed to seeing something through, and I think that there will be an ultimate ending. You're going to get yourself out of a situation no matter what, and there will be an ultimate ending to something and moving forward. So that is really what I'm feeling with that. So I do feel, big things, big changes coming in for you overall. And I do feel, this all over but the healing. It's all over but the healing, right? And making yourself known. You're in the beginning stages of understanding just how worthy you are and coming out of some of these cycles. And I think this is that internal struggle, right? Really putting an end to some of those, that struggle paradigm, or that struggle, accepting that struggle. You're not going to do that anymore. You're not going to accept that. So what I have for you for your, I really felt like 10 of Pentacles energy around the 7th of the month. I do feel like August 7th is going to be a really lucky day for you. The energy was just really flowing this month for you, Gemini. The cards just wanted to keep falling everywhere. I do feel like for the 7th, it's going to be, like a day where you might shoot for the stars and land on the moon, okay? So I feel like you won't get exactly what you want, but you're going to get exactly what you need, just like that song says, okay? So it's not exactly going to come in how you thought that it would, but again, that's where we're being open, and that's when amazing things can happen for us, okay? So we move into the self-care cards, because I think self-care is so important for everybody, and so I pulled self-care cards for you as well, Gemini. And we have journaling. So for journaling, I do feel for you, this is more about living in your truth, right? And I feel like sometimes you might have a tendency to bury some of your emotions and keep things hidden, right? Well, you don't have to hide things from yourself. It's in there. It needs to be let out so you can create space for new stuff to come in. And I think through this, if you were to really allow yourself to do some of this journaling, you might see that there is, like the proof is in the pudding kind of feel, like that there's proof out there that you could be living proof that miracles can happen, right? So writing in your journal, I think could shift and bring in big changes for you. And I feel with this, it's more like the comeback is greater than the setback type feel with this, okay? And then also what came out with that is the connection with fire. Connect with fire now. With Cancer, this came out, or I was feeling a lot of fire energy with Cancer. I don't know if this one actually came out, but I do feel with theirs, they definitely needed to connect with the fire and let it burn. But for you, Gemini, I think that this is more about, not necessarily about the element, but actually connecting with your passions and allowing your passions, this inner light, to illuminate your path forward. I feel like by connecting with your passions, it can propel you forward in a big way, okay? So whatever brings you joy, whatever really gets you excited, do that this month. And that is such the energy for August anyways. So beautiful messages here for you, Gemini. I do so hope that this resonates for you. If it does, please do let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, see how it resonated. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. You can hit me up at enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com. I will also post my Facebook link and my website link in the description box below. As always, I will be back with another read for everyone again soon. And if you know another Gemini that's near and dear to your heart and you feel inclined to share it with them, so that they can benefit from hearing this message, please do so. And I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.